Well, the Fentanyl Eradication and Narcotics Deterrence, also known as FEND, which is also off of the Fentanyl Act, is a sanctions and anti-money laundering law to combat the fentanyl crisis by targeting opioid manufacturers and people who traffic it. Tonight, our Washington correspondent Brendan Scanlon, he reports on the Fend Off Fentanyl Act.
The Fentanyl Eradication and Narcotics Deterrence, or Fend Off Fentanyl Act, is a sanctions and anti-money laundering law to combat the fentanyl crisis by targeting opioid manufacturers and traffickers. The legislation was a piece of the $95 billion foreign aid package signed into law by President Biden last week. Lawmakers say it will help government agencies disrupt illicit opioid supply chains and penalize involvement with the trafficking of fentanyl.
We'll give the federal government more power and more resources to go at the bad guys here, China and Mexican drug cartels and other transnational criminal organizations.
Senator Bob Casey was one of the many co-sponsors for the bill in the Senate. He says the law will ensure that sanctions are imposed not only on the illicit drug trade, but also on the money laundering that makes it profitable.
Go after them, go after their money, which is what they're most interested in, to reduce the flow of fentanyl into the United States. The reason Fend Off Fentanyl is passing is because leaders like me made sure that it was part of this security agreement. And this is a giant step forward.
Although the bill did have bipartisan support, many Republicans, especially in the House, say that fentanyl crisis is being fueled by an open border.
We've seen gang members and people with criminal backgrounds be released into our country. We've seen fentanyl flood over the border, and it's now become, as we all know, the leading cause of deaths for Americans age 18 to 49.
In December 2023, a record-breaking 250,000 migrants were encountered at the U.S.-Mexico border. Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WENY News.